Good morning, folks. Friday morning, 10 o'clock. This is different. It's a bit dull, it's a bit overcast, and it's a bit rainy. It's only spotting at the minute, or spitting, whichever word you prefer. But the weather app's showing a 90% chance of a decent amount of rain right now in this next hour. Which is weird because 2 or 3 hours ago there was nothing on the map at all until 5 o'clock tonight. From 5 o'clock till midnight they've got rain down, and have had since yesterday. But now they're saying thunder and lightning, which wasn't there yesterday. There'd been a hint of it in the forecast a few days ago, but they'd stepped back from it. But now that's back. But then we've got this 2 or 3 hours this morning now with rain, apparently, that they knew nothing about. So that's fun. Can we see the council workers cleaning the beach? They do a good job here in Torrevieja. Basically, these are the bin men. They pack their wagon up, get out and clean a field or a section of beach periodically. This area here where I'm standing, let me zoom back out. Gets a lot of activity at the weekends. People come and park their cars here and drink late into the night. Some of them park up just behind the trees there and generally leave a mess behind afterwards. And my doggy, she's just spotted the guys. It's okay, Tina girl. It's okay. But no, today is a rain in Spain day. The rain in Spain falls mainly on me. Me and my tent with a broken roof. Hopefully there won't be too many updates and developments. Hopefully we don't have too rough a time of it. Much of the rain is like 40% chance, so it might not happen. But I'm just walking the doggy now, and it's actually just starting to rain a little bit heavier. We might have to make a move back to camp. And I don't want to spend the day wet. Spend the day in the tent already wet from the get-go. That'll be no good. So, from Tina, and from me, Delta Mike, out. Okay folks, 3:30, and the wind's picking up, which wasn't really a factor that I'd noticed prior. Okay, here we go, can you hear? And now the thunderstorms are now covering 3 different hours. That's nice, with percentages of 80%. Going on until midnight. Well, the rain until midnight, until 1 o'clock. But the volumes of rain are still remarkably low. For 6 and 7 o'clock, so they're not even including 8 o'clock in with rain. So we've got thunder and lightning and 4 raindrops on the graphic, but no rain at all on the volume precipitation. That's a bit strange. There's an 80% chance of nothing, allegedly. I expect this daily volume to grow once it starts actually raining. And here's the real kicker, is this wind, which is due to become 32 kilometers an hour, but to die down in the middle of the thunderstorm. Don't know folks, I find thunderstorms generally get a bit more windy, not less. Don't know. Later in the night, up and down with the winds. Once it gets below 20 or somewhere around 15, I'm happy. That becomes not noticeable. Yeah, it's all okay. Okay, folks, later. Okay, folks, Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. in Spain. And the wind's picking up a bit, quite a bit. And we've taken some damage already. Now it's only supposed to be somewhere between 20-25 kilometers an hour at the minute, I think. It's building up and supposedly going to 30. Now I'm not sure if those numbers are the average or if they're the gusts. But let me show you the damage, or try to, from where I am. Firstly, here's Tina, looking a little concerned and worried. She doesn't like the wind. She doesn't understand when like the fabric of the tent is moving on its own. It frightens her. She's got no concept of the wind. But let me just pan around. There's my doorway that's all pinned up. The zip's broken, so that's all just pinned around, and that side I go in and out of. So there's only 2 pins holding that. There's a zip along the bottom, try and keep the mice out. But can you see through the side here? Oh, well, it's not blowing around, it's not too apparent, but there's a big hole over there. What happened, you see the 2 big kind of light stripes as we look through the bedroom wall and then through the outer wall of the tent. What happened was, I've done repairs over there before. You can see there's a whole line of tape where things have... It ripped on the pole and also the rope that's holding the tarp in place. It's kind of caused friction and tension and problems. But some of the previous repairs, the tape had come undone from pinning the 2 bits of fabric together and had stuck around the pole of the tent. And then when there's been a big gust of wind pulling, and it's pulling on the one piece of fabric and not the other because of the pole, it's just caused a big fuck off rip. Sideways across the tent, it looks to be what, about 18 inches wide? What's that, 1.5 foot, 50 centimeters, half a meter, folks, for metric. Yeah, not great. Now it can't run too far because there's a seam there. You see that dark line running down? That's a seam. So it can't run much beyond, well, it can't run further than that. But it's going to need some repair work. But I probably need it to be not so blowy while I'm trying to pin it, because I don't want to end up exacerbating it. I don't want to pin it and have it stuck to ropes or poles or... Yeah. If the wind dies down, if we get a lull, I might go out and have a little look. I won't be able to patch the hole itself, but if I can get the edge, the end of the rip, to stop it from running any further. But we're expecting rain, so rain's going to run down that side, and it's just going to it's going to absolutely piss in on that corner. There's 2, yeah, look at the 2 big rips, one higher up and one lower down. Oh boy. And see if we can get a sense of the way that the tent is getting buffeted. And this is mild. When it first came on kind of hard and fast all of a sudden. No, it's okay. And up through the top, that's the very crown of the tent, that's the very top of the roof. We've got a split down the entire length of the tent. Then we've got a tarp over the top, and the tarp is obviously at the end of its days. and I'm waiting for a friend to come and help me swab it out. I've got another tap waiting to replace it, but it's probably a two-man job. Holding it in place, tying ropes, putting tent pegs in the ground, all of that. If you're trying to do it and there's a breeze, you're not going to get very far. So yeah, there's that. So all in all, folks, I think we're in for quite a night. Plenty of rain between 5 and midnight, well, 5 and 1 o'clock they're saying now, including thunder and lightning, thunderstorms. I don't trust their figures. They're saying 1.5 millimeters of rain. Which really is something and nothing. But since when do you get that little when there's thunder and lightning? They're also saying the wind's going to die down for the storm. Like it's going to be windy before it, and then the wind's going to go away while it rains. What do you think? Have you had many thunderstorms where that's happened in your life? It's not the typical pattern that I'm used to. We shall see, folks. We shall see. Possible further updates later. I'm just going to make sure that that the batteries in my light here are fully charged. We'll see how we go. Okay, folks. Later. It's okay, Tina girl. Tina's okay. Daddy's okay. We're all okay. Quick cuddle. Quick cuddle. Yeah, it's my girl. That's my girl. Yeah, I know. I know. You don't like it. I know. It's okay, baby. It's okay. You come and get in bed in a minute. Yeah, it's my girl. Can't really see her, can you? Silhouette. Silhouette. Just waiting for these batteries to charge. My light takes 3 of them, so it's going to take a little while. But I can charge 2 at a time. And then we've got a couple of hours worth of decent light before we have to swap out for a different pack. I got 8 of them in total. So we got enough. Get us through the night, or through the worst of the storm anyway. What do you say, babe? Tina's okay. One ear up and one ear down. It's just a bit of wind. A bit of wind never hurt anybody. Okay, folks, later. What the absolute fuck? We're supposed to be in the middle of... Weren't there 3 hours of thunderstorms before? Where's that gone? What time were they supposed to start? I'll have to look back over the previous video because this is... Keep watching. So here we are, folks. It's coming up at, well, it's almost exactly 6 o'clock. 17:59 right now, 58 when I refresh this page. The rain has all gone, except for this thunderstorm starting now. Well, there were 3 hours of thunderstorm and we haven't had any rain. And now we're down to just this 1 hour of 1 hour of thunderstorms. Only 50% chance of it happening. There's no other rain. It was supposed to be raining every hour between now and 2 o'clock, well, up until 2 o'clock. We've now got, how does this happen? There's 50% chance of rain in the next hour, okay? But the chance of rain today is 20%. That's just... I can't be the only person on the planet that knows that probability doesn't work that way. If there's a 50% chance of it raining now, then there's at least a 50% chance of it raining today. You've got the 50% chance of this hour now, plus whatever percentage for the other hours. It can't go down to 20% for the day, from 50. But all of that other rain until midnight, or until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever the hell that was, that's all gone. And get this. Total daily volume of rain, 0 millimeters. Including this hour now, this 1800, 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock. Thunderstorm with rain, according to this graphic up here. This one in the middle of the screen, top left, middle left. But down here, 50% of nothing. And all the rest is gone, it's evaporated. We've just got the wind for the next 3 hours. And then again at 4 in the morning. So we'll look at tomorrow. Another cloudy day. Another cloudy day. It looks like we might better collect some solar in the afternoon. But it'll be past its peak by then. Oh, and tomorrow night, 8 degrees. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. And the following week, we're back to sunshine if we can make it through to either Sunday or Monday. Well, hopefully, it looks to me like this next hour we get through this and we're clear. That's how it looks to me. But what do I know? I'm just a tramp in a field. Okay folks, Delta Mike out. Here's my girl. She's not happy. The wind's blowing. It is coming up on 7 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that. The clock's a little bit faded. Maybe needs a new battery. But the wind is, or just was, howling. Of course I turn the camera on and it calms down. Always the way. Okay, break. Here we go. Okay, I'm sure as soon as I turn the camera off it'll be back again. Kind of. It tried to rain about half an hour ago, so around 20 past. I was trying to eat a sandwich and it started raining a little bit, but nothing noticeable, or nothing to worry about. It's difficult to tell, but it might be raining at the minute. There might be a slight it's difficult to tell whether you're just listening to the plastic of the tent rustling in the wind. But I think I'm hearing a little kind of drizzle. But it's not thunder and lightning, it's not what the weather app said. It's dark in here, folks. The light on the phone doesn't really light up too much. And whilst my battery down there has finished charging, I haven't put it into the light yet, so just a little bit blowy. I don't think I'm too worried at this stage. I'll check the weather app again in a minute and see whether they've changed course on anything that they've done so far. But the last time I looked, it said that get through this hour and we're done. So we'll see. Another shot of Tina. And then that'll be it. That's it for now, guys. Okay, guys, just after 7 o'clock, and we've now got 3 hours of thunder and lightning ahead of us, apparently. I don't know if you can hear, it's actually raining now. Quite light. It's only just started. Still windy. But a couple of hours ago, this had all gone. This had gone away. There was 1 hour that was showing some thunder and lightning but saying no rain. Now it's going to rain from 7 until 10 with thunder and lightning. But apparently the rain that's happening now isn't really happening. Less than 1/100th of a millimetre. There's not going to be any actual real rain until 9 o'clock. But even then, that 50% chance of 0.3 of a millimetre equals 0 millimetres. Because maths. Hey Google. You mathematical geniuses, you. There's got to be somebody out there other than me that knows how to calculate an expected value. You take the amount they say, in this case the 0.3, you multiply it by the chance of it happening, 50%, which is 0.5, and that gives you 0.15 of a millimetre. That's what it should say here. Well, that would be the total for that 1 hour. And then you would do likewise for any other hours that were showing rain. Which isn't really any. So, yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What is the point of these weather apps? Have you ever had 3 hours of thunder and lightning but with no rain? Because Google thinks that that's what's going to happen. 0 millimetres. 0 millimetres, guys. I know all you guys tucked up in your nice warm apartments or houses or whatever. Don't give a fuck. Don't care. But for me this matters. I'm in a tent. With a hole in the roof. With a tarp over the top of the hole, but with a hole in the tarp. Kind of rely on the weather forecasts for a bit of advance notice. An hour ago there was no rain now, it was gone, it was over. Alright, enough bitching. So apparently I hang on till 10 o'clock and then I'm clear for the night, yeah? Okay. Let's see how that works out for me. Okay guys, 7:15. And following the last video I decided to check the weather app. And we've now got 3 hours of thunder and lightning with rain ahead of us. Which is interesting because do you remember when I showed you the image a while ago that showed that we were going to have 1 hour of thunder and lightning and that never happened. And all the other rain had disappeared for the rest of the night. Yeah, now it's back. But it's still 0 millimeters apparently. We're going to have 3 hours of a storm with thunder and lightning, but 0 millimeters of rain. I've got no idea how that works. Now there's my girl, and she looks totally disinterested in it all. So see whether you can see my light. Oh yeah, there, look. I got that battery charged and into the light. I'll only use it sporadically though, just as and when needed. The wind doesn't seem too bad at the minute. Rain doesn't seem heavy. I don't know whether you can see the mottling on the wall here where it's wet already a little bit. I don't know if that's wet or if that's mould. It's not really showing up, I don't think. Oh yeah, there, look, yeah. Yeah. Okay, and there's that wind that I said had died down. If you see round here, well, you won't be able to. But let me see what I can do for you. It's battering the back of my head. Because something's not right with the poles of the tent. This shouldn't be leaning in the way that it does. It was much more upright initially. But you can see how much it now slopes in, and then when the wind blows, it's just haranguing me, battering the back of my head. Yeah, there is some wind there still, isn't there? There's still some wind. Okay folks, hopefully it doesn't get too bad. We've got a long night ahead maybe. Another 3 hours, so the 9 while 10 slot will be the last, according to the weather forecast at the minute. So now we've got to get through the next 3 hours. Okay, later. And would you believe it, folks? Would you fucking Adam and Eve it? Not much later than the last post I made on this topic. But the rain has now been extended later. We've got another 2 hours of rain. And now, instead of there being a total of 0 rain or next to nothing or very little, we've now got 3.3 millimeters. And I gotta say, I can't work out where the 3.3 is coming from. Shall we do some maths? Let's just assume that all of these percentage chances are 100%. So whatever hourly value is listed here is going to happen. So there will be 1 millimeter in the 8 o'clock while 9 o'clock slot. And then 3 lots of 0.3 millimeters. That's 1.9. Let's call that 2 millimeters. If it was 100% chance. It's not, but if it was. That adds up to 2. 1.9 stroke 2 millimeters. Where's the other 1.3 millimeters coming from? Because it ain't here. It's not here on this, it's not in the chart. What is this shit? Google, you're meant to be mathematical geniuses. Well, at least the wind's due to die down soon, eh? So, I thought we had to hold on until 10 o'clock and it would all be over. Now we've got to hold on while midnight. And then they'll change in the meantime. Obviously. Just one more point, because this annoys me. You see the graphic for 9 o'clock at the top of the screen there, under the normal weather forecast. The thunder and the lightning bolt with the 4 drops of rain. What does that 4 drops signify compared to the cloud with 1 drop to the right of it? What does that 1 drop mean and that 4 drops mean? Because further down the screen here, when we look at those same 2 hours, the 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, 0.3 millimeters and 0.3 millimeters. That's the same. What do those 4 drops mean? Surely that should mean heavier rain than the 1 drop. Is that just me? Could be. I'm a pedant. But fuck. Okay, I'm out. Hello again, folks. It is 9:30 on Friday night, and I know I'm boring you to shit with these mini updates. But let's look at. Does anybody remember all that thunder and lightning that we were going to be having over these hours? I'm not seeing it on the map anymore, on the graph. It's the thunder and lightning, the rain until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's gone. And look at this, right? You see this line, this 40% chance of precipitation tonight. Well, given that we've already had rain, I mean, that's... So I'm assuming they're saying, like, from now onwards into the night. This isn't just the night as a whole, this is from now onwards, 40%. Because you've already had rain, so that would be 100% chance. So they're not doing that. Let's look moving forwards. Okay? Total daily volume, 0 millimeters. Where's this 40% chance? Don't get me wrong, you don't just add up this 20, 10 and 10. That's not how percentages work. These are the percentage per hour. And the volumes, those are basically zeros. Those are them saying, hey, it might spit a bit or spot a bit, however you want to say that word. That's not 0 mil. What happened to the thunder and lightning? What happened to the raining solidly between, what was it, 5 in the afternoon until 2 in the morning? What is this? Don't know, folks. Don't know, and I'm kind of... Oh, look. We were going to have 1 hour with slightly stronger winds earlier in the night, and we've already had some, you saw that, but then it died down, and then there was going to be 1 hour with a bit of increased wind. Now there's 3 of them, and by the time we get there, it'll either be none or it'll be 6 hours. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Forecasting is difficult, especially about the future. Okay, folks, I think we'll leave that there for now. Join me for the follow-up video, which I will link in both the description to this video and in the pinned comment. Join me on Sundays for Trampcast. It's the weekly look at the successes, the failures, the happenings in my life as a tramp, a homeless guy, a hobo, living in Torrevieja in Spain. It's at 5 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time. It's at 4 p.m. GMT, UK time. And 10 a.m. US Central time. Love to see you there, folks. Okay. Delta Mike, out.